Okay, I want you to think about a green apple right now. Just think about it. Green apple, green apple. Okay, what does the green apple look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? So imagine cutting the apple. You cut a slice of the apple and you bite into it and you can hear that crunch, whatever it sounds like. And you can taste the apple. You can feel the skin. You know, skin sometimes makes your tongue feel a bit funny. So you doing this in your mind is actually happening. Just because you're not eating an apple in the 3D doesn't mean you're not eating an apple. Now you're probably thinking, what? This is crazy. But to your subconscious, there is no difference. So when you persist in your mind and focus on something and you experience it as if it's real, that has to be outpictured into your world. So I want you to think of the things that you imagine in your mind, like scenes that are being recorded for a movie that is going to be played out in your 3D world. Now, I don't want you to panic and think, oh my God, I was thinking some shit things and I was visualizing some shit things. Don't worry. It's what you focus on the most. So if you have some shitty thoughts or you've seen something shitty in your mind briefly, don't worry about it. It only will be outpictured if it's something that you dwell on and you accept as true. Now, this might be confusing for those of you that are very new to understanding the law of assumption, and I get it. But what you put in your mind, what you imagine, is what will be pushed out and reflected back. What you assume to be true is what will be pushed out and reflected back. So you have to be really honest with yourself and ask yourself, what am I assuming to be true right now in this moment? What am I imagining right now in this moment? What am I thinking about? What story am I telling? Am I affirming at night time and then during the day thinking shitty thoughts? Am I affirming throughout the day, but that when my friend comes around, am I telling her or him the unfavourable story? You've got to pay attention to what you are doing and what story you're accepting more as true, because it's all good and well sitting there affirming for your new story, but then telling your friend the old story, because if you then tell your friend the old story, you still believe that to be true. You're still accepting that. And the reason so many of you get so caught up in your 3D and stressed by your 3D and what's going on in your 3D is because your 3D is literally showing you what you believed to be true. So it feels so real when you see it. But now you don't want to see that. That's not what you want. So you've got to change the cause. The 3D world is the effect. It's not the cause. What's going on in here is the cause. So it's as easy as this explanation to think of it as, like, you go to the cinema, you got the projector, whatever movie they put in there is what is going to play on the screen. If you don't like the movie, you don't change the screen, you change what's in the projector. Okay?